So hi everybody and welcome to this week's call. My name is Jackie Boyle and I live in Sydney, Australia. And just on behalf of Dr. Joseph Ahrens this week, he's unable to join us. So I've asked a very good friend of mine, Dr. Ron Bosima, to be able to assist us and help us towards the end of the call. And any questions that anybody has, we'll be asking him for advice as well. And I am going to record this, and once we finish the presentation, I'm going to switch the recording off so that you're able to use this, and then we'll ask questions afterwards. So we'll get moving, and I'll start screen sharing so we can start, and hopefully it will be as exciting as what I believe it to be. Let me open this right up. And where are we? There we go. I'll download that a little bit. Sorry, I've got to be, what do you call it? Doing everything at once. So, you know, EMULIN is the missing link in health, and we're very lucky to have this product. So we're going to be talking about EMULIN to start with, which is a really big passion of many of us. And, you know, we're very grateful to have Dr. Joseph Ahrens, who is a dual nominated Nobel Prize scientist in 2015 for the work that he did with Ebola in Africa, and also in 2016 for the work that he did with EMULIN, the product. Underneath the Valentis banner, Dr. Ahrens has currently got 2 products, or 4 if we break them down into EMULIN M, EMULIN C, 24/7 AM and 24/7 PM. And I believe that we are very fortunate to have him and the other products that he has coming forward as we progress. So I just want to share a little bit about myself so that you understand the passion as to why I am so passionate about EMULIN. As I said to you, life prior to EMULIN for me, I was in hospitals on many medications, at doctors twice weekly, sometimes more. From birth until 4 years ago, I had pretty much lost hope. I'll just try and see if we can mute. Sorry. My medical conditions for me that I manage now is a chronic bladder. So I have surgery every 3 months, which I was in yesterday and had day surgery yesterday. Chronic bowel condition, fibromyalgia, sensory peripheral neuropathy, chronic pain, chronic depression. I had chronic anxiety and chronic insomnia. I was taking 14 scripted medications, had 28 major surgeries and over 350 day surgeries, and have 4 surgeries every year. As I said, 1 every 3 months. Today, I'm living life with hope, and I started taking EMULIN 4 years ago and 24/7 AM and PM nearly 2 years ago. My symptoms are now supported with EMULIN and 24/7 AM and PM. I am not cured, healed and or fixed. Rather, my body has the assistance to be able to manage my inflammation, which helps my body to not be suffering as I was previously. The management of the carbohydrates and sugar control has helped in lessening inflammation. And all of my medical conditions are inflammatory based. And this is my personal story that I'm sharing with you. So what is EMULIN and why is it essential for everybody? What is EMULIN made from, and what is the link between today's nutrition and EMULIN? Okay, well, let's talk. Let me ask you these things first. I really want each one of you that are on this call, and for those that watch this, to please ask yourself this. What would you like to think about, and how do you feel right now at this point in time? Because I'd like you to ask yourself, where does your body ache? What happens to it? How do you feel? All those types of things. If you can consider looking at that right now, that would be great as we move forward. And there's a reason for that, because there's 3 things that I really believe that I hold dear, and that's health, wealth, and happiness. But health in regards to, do you want to feel better? Imagine being able to wake up each morning and actually feel more energized and enjoy your family and your friends and socializing as well. Wealth. Not wealth as in the monetary side of things, but wealth as, do you want to be rich in health? So being ill costs a lot of money. So invest time in your health before your health invests all of your time. And happiness. Would you like to have less aches and pains? Can you imagine what you would do if you were able to? And do you have dreams that you would love to do? And how would it feel if you could tick off your bucket list? These are all things that I'm sure that some of you have been in the situation of not being able to do. A really important question as you take these products out and you share them, ask somebody, how long have you been trying to manage the symptoms of your conditions you are currently dealing with? Has it been a week? Has it been a year? Has it been 12, 2 years, 3, 5? So EMULIN needs time to assist and support your body. Today I look at myself and I think this used to be what I felt like, this sad little face here on the right-hand side. But over a 12-month period, every 3 months, I started to feel better. Every blood cycle, it turns around and cleans your blood out every 3 months. I started to feel better and better. But just the big message here going forward, it takes time. So just allow yourself to be able to do that and share that with people as you take these products forward. So people feel the difference within weeks and feel fantastic. And there are some areas which I will explain why. And you will be amazed in 30 days. And the 30-day period, in a couple of weeks, is the mental clarity and seeing life with a clear focus minus any fog, like brain fog. There's some of the key areas that start to really lift for you instantly within those first few weeks. And what do you see in your future? One of the first steps forward, we believe, is carbohydrates and sugars, and understanding exactly what they are and what they are capable of doing. So when we look at it, what is the problem and why do our bodies develop inflammation? One of the main problems is that carbohydrates metabolize into simple sugars and raise your blood sugar levels, causing inflammation. So even just looking at this little picture here, this is a little bowl of rice that you would go to a Chinese restaurant or a Thai restaurant, and this is what we're looking at in the content of sugar. It's quite alarming when you do look at it in that manner. So rice has no nutritional benefit except when used as an energy source. Refined sugars, a toxin, an addictive drug, a poison, never meant to be stored in our bodies. So when we start looking at how much that it's changed for us, in the year 1700, it was 2 pounds of sugar per year. Into the year 2000s, we're looking at 110 pounds of sugar the average person is actually consuming per year. That's pretty alarming. And a lot of us aren't aware of that we're doing it. Looking at the sugar as a deadly cycle. And, when we start looking in nature, sugar is either a poison or an energy source. So we start eating sugar and you like it and you crave it because it's addictive. And what it does do to you is that it raises the blood sugar and your levels spike. So the dopamine in the brain, it gives you that feel-good feeling that you get, and it gives you a big pick-me-up. So it's a massive insulin is secreted, and blood sugar levels, as much as it rises very high, it drops just as rapidly. So the blood sugar levels continue to drop. High insulin levels cause fat storage. The body craves the loss of that sugar high, and then we're back around to where we started again. We get the hunger and the cravings and the low blood sugar level causing these cravings to intensify, and the cycle is repeated again. So it's a very vicious cycle when you're consuming a lot of sugar. So carbohydrates are actually individual units of sugar. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of that, but when you start looking at excess carbs, leads to what we call carb toxicity. So increased blood sugar, elevated blood fats, excessive weight gain, poor sleep, sluggish physical and mental energy, tiredness, constant hunger, prolonged excessive carbs are the root cause of most diseases. So note that refined carbohydrates and sugars fuel inflammation. So we are what we eat. So what is inflammation when we start looking into it? EMULIN regulates the immune system to support inflammatory levels within the body. So we haven't got this explosion going inside of our body. And I want you to look at this little man. He's not a very happy little man at all. And you start looking at all of these things on the left and the right of him, which are actual conditions and symptoms of what's happening to the body due to inflammation. So even just ask yourself while you're looking at this picture, can you relate to any of these? Or maybe somebody that you know. Because this is where EMULIN and 24/7 can certainly help to assist and support your body. Inflammation is present in all of these conditions. And you will see in the next slide as I show you, you will notice that the roots of the tree are relying on our nutritional choices to stay healthy. Deficiencies within can develop inflammatory related conditions. And here's the tree that I was talking about. So, you know, do you really know? So if we look at the leaves of the tree, you know, we can see all of these conditions that are sitting on top of the ground on the grass. But underneath them, the roots of the tree, which is like our internal system, it's like our internal organs, the things that we cannot see, stress, poor diet, toxins, lack of sleep, all of these things here. Look, if you can even just say yes to one or two of these, we really suggest that you consider looking at your options with EMULIN and 24/7 to support you. Just excuse me, I need to let in a few people in here. I'm so sorry. Multi-skilling. So inflammation is the first step, the immune response to infection, irritation, or injury. Short-term acute inflammation is useful for the body. So the body needs to have inflammation on a short-term basis to be able to help the body to repair itself. Long-term chronic inflammation can cause other diseases, and some of them can be life-threatening, such as heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and more. Let me just, I'm so sorry, guys. I am really trying to multi-skill. Excessive consumption of refined carbohydrates can lead to inflammation. So the missing link to nutrition. I believe it's actually EMULIN that can assist us to support us. In short, however, when we start looking at it, nearly 85 to 95% of health disorders are inflammation-based. So all of these questions that you have and all of the things that you're not quite sure of, I'm pretty guaranteed, can guarantee you pretty much that most of them are inflammatory based, meaning they were likely triggered by an inflammatory imbalance in the body. So why does this product differ to all other anti-inflammation products on the market? It's simple. It deals with the root cause and not just the symptoms thereof. And there are currently no other products on the market of this nature. So natural changes do occur. So foods simply lack nutrients needed. And this is where flavonoid deficiency syndrome was discovered, which is a lack of flavonoids in the diet. It results in dysfunctional carbohydrate metabolism and chronic inflammation and disease. So the body becomes in a state of dis-ease when it's not happy. So the EMULIN puts back what has been taken out of our original diets. Flavonoids are found in fruit and vegetables. EMULIN replaces the flavonoids which are missing from our food and diet. Flavonoid deficiency syndrome results in low energy, and eating more carbohydrates only makes it worse. It's that cycle. So just stop right where you are now, and I just want to remind you as we go forward that we are not curing or treating any diseases. We are merely supporting and assisting the body. So who, what, and how? What is the missing link of nutrition? Dr. Joseph Ahrens. EMULIN was created by a dual-nominated Nobel Prize scientist, as I said. Dr. Ahrens has a doctorate. He's a former director of the Florida Citrus Board, founder of ATM Metabolics, and the inventor of EMULIN, as we said. So I just want you to be reminded of the significance of what we have with the esteemed Dr. Ahrens, because his knowledge is invaluable to us with what he's brought to us in the products. So EMULIN has 3 active ingredients, and the first one is chlorogenic acid, which is a derivative of the green coffee bean. And this particular active ingredient is a powerful antioxidant. It helps in weight management. Where are we? Sorry. Just when you come on, if you can just make sure that you are muted, that would be great. It improves blood circulation, regulates blood sugar, improves your metabolism, boosts energy, and is a detoxifier, and also supports the immune system as well. The second ingredient is myrcedin from the grape pomace. It also reduces inflammation, lowers cholesterol, promotes a healthy brain, promotes a healthy heart, improves vein elasticity, improves blood circulation, healthy skin, and assists in UVB damage and wrinkles, so sun damage. And the third ingredient is quercetin from the onion bulb. It also reduces inflammation, fights arthritis and chronic pain, improves the immune system, heart and blood vessel support, allergies and infection assistance. So the synergy of these three active ingredients are what we know as the essential vitamin called EMULIN. So when we're looking at this picture here and just to the right of it, when we look at what are refined carbohydrates are highly processed and all their nutrients, vitamins and minerals and fiber has been removed. As a result, your blood sugar will rise very quickly when you consume it. This is what a refined carbohydrate is. So if we look at the gray arrow going up, this is on white rice. And if we look at the green one, it's on a fresh vegetable called spinach. So constant intake of excess refined carbohydrates leads to chronic inflammation. So how does EMULIN work? EMULIN manages sugar at 7 critical control points. EMULIN upregulates or downregulates 7 key enzymes in your body to control how you use sugar. So the body wants to maintain the status quo, like homeostasis. It's like trying to control traffic in a big city with one cop. If you just control one of the control points, the body is clever to work around it. So we really need to be able to manage those 7 key areas, and EMULIN has the ability to be able to do that. So what can EMULIN do, and how can it assist and support my body's health? There are 7 points in the body which interact with carbohydrates, and we need to modify the effects of carbohydrates on the body. EMULIN helps with better energy, sleep, less joint pain. It reduced cravings for sweets and carbohydrate foods. EMULIN provides the daily dose of flavonols to reset the metabolism. And within a week, as I said before, we will see an improvement in our health. Just in different people, we'll see different things too. We need to reduce our intake of carbohydrates and increase proteins and fats. And it is possible to actually have a meal a day or even a day a week without carbohydrates. It's actually something that we would suggest that you try. So when we eat sugar, the part of the brain which lights up is the same part which lights up when people use cocaine. That's how toxic sugar is when you start putting it into the same sentence as cocaine. I want you to think about this, that real food has color and taste and can be eaten raw. We cannot eat wheat and rice raw because our bodies do not have the enzymes to digest them. Rice has no benefit to the body. How you can tell if something is a good carbohydrate is to ask if you can eat it raw. We need to eat fruit, eggs and nuts, and we cannot live without protein and fats, but we can live without carbohydrates. So 1 in 5 people are carbohydrate sensitive. So balance your body. Manage your sugars, support your immune system, restore to normal. It regulates inflammation and properly manages sugar in your diet as nature intended. So who should take EMULIN? Just like a vitamin, everybody should take it, from young to old, health or sickly, high blood pressure or low, overweight or thin, sedentary or active athletes. And just to add to that, you can start taking EMULIN from the moment that you are conceived. If you're a pregnant mother, with the assistance of your doctor, you can actually start taking EMULIN whilst you are pregnant if you're in that state. I just want you to have a look and just look at these people that are here, because EMULIN can assist everybody of any age and even your pets as well. I know I've been giving EMULIN to my pets for 4 years, and it's made a huge difference for them. So I hear you asking, which one do I need? Firstly, let me say this to you, everyone needs EMULIN. It provides our bodies with essential nutrients that our food is simply missing. And we have made 2 forms of EMULIN. They both manage sugar metabolism and they both manage inflammation. But EMULIN C is focused on controlling sugar. EMULIN M is focused on managing inflammation. So EMULIN M is the maintenance for a healthy lifestyle, mental clarity, the inflammation manager, and also immune support. EMULIN C is a patent blend of natural plant flavonoids, but it helps to maintain proper blood sugar levels and it may accelerate weight loss efforts. Families of all ages are safe to use the natural plant-based vitamin EMULIN. As I said, pregnant mothers, babies to toddlers, young children to teenagers, adults of all ages, and your family pets as well. And I know I sound like I'm repeating myself here, but we get asked so many questions like this. So I just want you to be really absorb this and be safe in knowing that it is safe for everybody to use. So everybody is different though. So no two people are the same. So a recommended dose may need adjusting. So EMULIN is a vitamin. It is safe to adjust your daily intake as needed. So in saying that, if you're taking 2 capsules a day and your health is a little bit challenged, you may need to take an extra 1 or 2 capsules a day. And if you start to feel better, you can drop it back again. If you need an extreme, like a larger extreme saturated dose of 6 to 8 a day, don't be scared to take it because it's plant-based food that you're taking. If you are navigating with a medical condition that is challenging you, please consider adjusting your normal daily dose as it can assist and support you in reducing inflammation and also your symptoms. So detoxing can be experienced. So just as your body changes, your symptoms may too. So rehydrate with water. Fuel your body with quality choices to support your body as it rebalances itself with the support of EMULIN. The science and technology. EMULIN has over 15 years of research. And EMULIN also has clinical studies and patents too. It's a PubMed abstract on EMULIN, and it was the effect of EMULIN on blood glucose in type 2 diabetes. EMULIN also underwent clinical trials, human clinical trials on 40 patients, half on metformin, half on no control. Half of each group had a placebo and half of each group received the EMULIN. And the results out of that were that actually EMULIN outperformed metformin. So composition, these are the patents on the product. So it's everything has been done correctly to be able to take this product forward. And if we look at the competitors with EMULIN, it actually has this magic 7 key areas, and EMULIN has all of these areas here ticked off, which it can go through pathway 1 being starch to sugar conversion, to glucose absorption, glucose tissue uptake, fat formation, glucose homeostasis, insulin release, and insulin sensitivity. So it has the ability to tackle a magic combination of all 7 pathways that makes EMULIN unique. And it's so groundbreaking in today's fight against obesity and metabolic disorders. And if we look at the other products that we've chosen down there, there aren't any others that have the ability to be able to tackle all of those 7 pathways. So again, allow your body to find balance and unwind the feeling of dis-ease with the time that it needs. Because as I said to you before, with the tree, we can't see what's happening inside of us. We do not know how long that we've had these conditions that we're dealing with. So if you've been dealing with something for quite some time, it's going to take time to unravel it as well at a cellular level. So it takes time to assist and support the body to unravel at a cellular level so you can begin to feel the support of EMULIN. Think about how long you have been navigating and trying to manage your body's symptoms you're struggling with right now. And have patience as EMULIN will provide you with the missing link. So this is just a few pictures here of wound recovery. So here is a young lady who received a grease burn to the face with a potential for a skin graft. In less than 2 weeks on a saturated dose of EMULIN, the results were amazing. And EMULIN did not heal her. It supported and managed the immune system so that the body can heal itself. And I know this lady, and I saw her exactly at this time. And I can tell you this is exactly what the recovery was within the 2-week period. This is another burn wound recovery as well. So another burn victim after 1 week taking EMULIN. And again, I know this lady, and I can vouch that this actually did occur within that 1 week period. A saturated dose, 6 to 8 capsules a day, just to accelerate the assistance of being able to reduce the inflammatory levels within the body. Psoriasis. So here's the case of another young lady, this time with plaque psoriasis. So after 1 week, again, EMULIN did not heal her. It supported the immune system and her body healed itself. So wounds will heal in less than half the time. Bones will mend in just weeks. Colds and flu, if you get them at all, will subside in days rather than weeks as compared to those not using EMULIN. Then we go into 24/7, the carb burner. We really understand human physiology, and we took that information and invented a product that works around the clock to help you manage weight. It has two formulations, one that works during the day and one at night. So your body is constantly processing sugars and fats in your body, whether you're awake or asleep. But how does this awake or asleep, tongue-tied, but how it does this awake or asleep is a bit different. And understanding this, we have produced a product that works with your body day and night, which is a revolutionary weight management system for us. So there are two formulas. So we've got an AM formula. So throughout the day, you're burning carbohydrates. It's helping to block carbs, promotes well-being, mental alertness, appetite control, and wrinkle and cellulite control. And the PM formula of a nighttime is burning carbohydrates, blocking carbohydrates, promotes well-being, promotes sleep, shrinks fat tissue, and also wrinkle and cellulite control. So it's working with the body and not forcing it. It complements Valentis's other products as well, but without the unneeded stimulants in here, in this particular product. So control steps instead of one or two for complete weight control. The day and night support we're looking at with it with 24/7 AM and PM. It also has two active ingredients the same as EMULIN. And this is the exciting part because you're getting an extra boost in this if you're using both products. So one of those active ingredients is chlorogenic acid from the green coffee bean. So the powerful antioxidant helps in weight management, improves metabolism, improves blood circulation, regulates blood sugar, boosts energy, and is a detoxifier and immune system support. And the second ingredient or active ingredient is myricidin from the grape pomace. Still continues to reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol, promotes a healthy brain, promotes a healthy heart, improves vein elasticity, improves blood circulation, healthy skin, and assists in the UVB damage and wrinkles. So for me, when I look at it, it's like the perfect marriage, layering them together with phenomenal results when you're using both products together on top of one another. So I do ask you to invest time in your health before your health invests all of your time. And I do want to thank each and every one of you that are on this call for being here today, and for those that watch this afterwards, that I really do hope that you have actually received some really good information from here. And I thank you so much for that.